The Supreme Court of Sri Lanka announced today that the calculation of the ISET scores for the 2011 Advanced Level Examination was erroneous. It ordered the University Grants Commission to annul the results of the 2011 Advanced Level Examination, the ISET scores for the 2011 Advanced Level Examination. It also ordered the UGC to calculate the ISET scores under the new and old syllabuses separately and to issue the results expeditiously. The Fundamental Rights Petition has been filed by 16 students who sat for the GCE Advanced Level Examination last year and the Ceylon Teachers Union. The Fundamental Rights Petition that was filed on the 27th of January was taken into consideration before a three-judge bench of the Supreme Court comprising of Chief Justice Shirani Bandaranayake and Justices Nimal Gamini Amaratunga and K. Sripavan. The bench unanimously decided that the University Grants Commission, which had been cited as the second respondent, had violated the fundamental rights of the petitioners. Delivering the verdict, the Chief Justice pointed out that calculating the Z score for the old and new syllabus together is erroneous. Thereby, the Supreme Court ordered the University Grants Commission to annul the 2011 GCE Advanced Level ISET scores. The court also ordered the UGC to recalculate the ISET scores separately for the old and new syllabuses at the last GCE Advanced Level Examination. The Supreme Court ordered the University Grants Commission to take immediate measures to recalculate the ISET scores according to accepted statistical norms. However, grades or the total marks obtained by the students for separate subjects will not be changed and only the ISET score will be recalculated.
This is a historic decision and we are happy about it. We wonder as to whether these ministers who have violated fundamental rights will continue to serve without any shame, how much they try to justify the matter. We would like to request from the government and the ministers to ensure justice to these children in the future. We believe that we will receive it as we obtained it through a court decision. We would like to urge the authorities not to leave room for such a situation with regard to exams in the future.
Various sections questioned the credibility of the 2011 Advanced Level Examination results when they were first released. News First was quick to reveal the discrepancies in the published results and went on to point them out in detail. The affected students, parents and various other parties came forward to corroborate and provide further information on these discrepancies to News First. When we pointed these out, education officials stated that there were no errors in the published results. Nevertheless, an experts committee headed by Dara Wijatilaka was appointed to look into the matter, but the final report of this committee only stated that there was an error when entering the results data to the computer system. Up to now, no student, principal or any other responsible person has complained to me that there was a problem with the results of the GCE Advanced Level Examination. When officials continued to deny any injustice was done to students, intellectuals came forward to speak out on the issue. They pointed out that the Z score should have been calculated separately for the old and new syllabus. Professor R.O. Thatil, who introduced the Z score system, expressed these views on the 11th of January.
The issues in the computer system may have been resolved, but the main issue has not been solved. The root cause of this issue is the combining of the standard deviation and mean of two separate groups. The old syllabus and the new syllabus are two different lots. Therefore, the calculations should be done separately.
Several other intellectuals also pointed out the shortcomings in the methodology adopted to calculate the Z score. Although Professor Thatil pointed out the proper method that needs to be adopted when calculating the Z score, politicians began directing various allegations against him. Education officials said that no injustice will be done to students. However, with no relief in sight, a petition was filed by 16 students who sat for the examination in 2011 and the Ceylon Teachers Association. The petitioners pointed out that the issue had arisen as a single Z score had been calculated for students who sat for the examination from both the old and new syllabuses. Professor R.O. Thatil also held the same view in court, although he was named as a respondent. The Supreme Court, taking these facts into consideration, stated on the 10th of May that a decision will be announced soon. In such a backdrop, on the 24th of May, the Minister of Higher Education requested court to appoint another committee to look into issues surrounding the Z-score. The three-member bench held that the Minister of Higher Education had no right to submit a motion for the appointment of another committee. Accordingly, the Supreme Court decided to announce its verdict before the 30th of June.
As I stated earlier, when News First was covering this story, there were experts, intellectuals, politicians and several others who expressed their views regarding the calculation of the ISET scores for the GCE advanced level examinations. What are their views now following the Supreme Court decision announced today?
I think the judgment was very good because initial results were given on the wrong calculation of the Z-score. Judgment is to go back, treat the populations of the old syllabus and new syllabus as different, recalculate the Z-score and then release the results. I think the judgment was very critical about the UGC, University Grants Commission.
The decision, the judgment of the Supreme Court today, I consider it a very valuable decision. So results, when they are processed through a system like the Z-score, there has to be two different Z-score ratings. And to combine these two has to be done in a logical, statistically significant manner. Because otherwise there can be a lot of heartburn and incorrect results. But in simple words, can you weigh some rice and sugar together in one scale and pay for it? It has to be done separately, and the payment has to be done by one person for the whole lot.
The entire education system in the country has collapsed during the 2 years of Minister Bandula Gunawardena. Therefore, he should resign from this post as he is only capable of conducting tuition classes.
Today
the Supreme Court has given a judgment, and that judgment amply proves that the minister and this ministry have not given a patient hearing and have done injustice to these students and their parents. If the courts has put this right, now I am asking the government. Free education has been at stake for the last few years. What is the action the government is taking against the ministry for creating this mess? The minister and his officials are responsible. What action are you all taking against that?
The Supreme Court had to intervene in this issue as the two ministers did not fulfill their responsibilities properly. Therefore, if these two ministers have any respect for the post that they hold, they should resign immediately. Today, the government has to accept the fact that the fundamental rights of the students have been violated. Therefore, we would like to point out that the government and the Minister of Education should resign following this Supreme Court determination.
A judiciary has given the correct decision, and I say that there is a great injustice has been done to these students. It's a fundamental mistake made by the ministry and the education department. Leaders, the minister and the leading secretaries in the education department, the officials actually should resign and admit their mistake and should talk about compensation to the students.